What's up?
Admit it, we've all heard a few racial jokes. Do you think all black people like chicken? But as a black comedian, I didn't heard them all. But I've always wondered, where do these jokes and stereotypes come from? Is that a big factor? Sight? Each episode will start with a joke. Then we'll uncover the facts and the fiction behind the stereotypes.
I think people really think that I just see the world like this.
Are we gonna offend some people? Hell yeah. Shalom.
What language is that?
But we might just find out some truth. You got any good racial jokes? Give me one. Do you think all Jamaicans smoke weed? Do you think all Polish people are dumb? It looks like Snoop Dogg a little bit. Do you know karate?
Me being a Chinese are very offended.
Come on, say it, man.
They can't see.
You know why black people eat Snickers with white gloves?
Why?
So they won't bite their fingers.
Oh, that's up. Oh, that's up.
But because you're funny, I'm gonna let you slide.
You ain't heard it from me.
Comedy gives us license to be like, it's okay. We're all thinking it. You know, we're all kind of thinking the same things, the same stereotypes, and we're gonna let it out here in this setting so that you don't get out into the world and do something crazy.
Comedy's a shrinking ray. Anything that's big and scary, ha 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 ha. You shrink it, so I'm not scared of it anymore.
Like if you said something that was outrageous and pushed the edge a little bit, you could say that. Anderson Cooper can't say what you can say.
Exactly.
I'm not just saying that because he's white. I'm saying because his hair is white.
I'm about to meet up with this real smart white guy who wrote a book about why racist humor is funny.
How's it going?
What's up, my friend? How you doing?
Good.
So, Pete, why is racist humor even funny if it's racist and it hurts people?
The question of what makes things funny is a question that goes back at least 2,500 years. The Greek philosophers puzzled over why we laugh. And their answer isn't that different than the way a lot of people see it today.
Really, what racial humor, I think, in many ways is just a specific case of, is what we call put-down humor.
Why was the Polish guy late for work?
Why?
The escalator broke down. There you go. I don't know. I don't know who I offended. Did I offend you?
We laugh when you assert some superiority over someone else.
That's what brings the humor about.
I think there's a feeling one gets of superiority when you can make another community appear to be stupid. If you tell me I'm bald, I'm not going to have a big argument with you. If you tell me I'm stupid, I'm going to be offended.
Stupid. Humor can be used as a weapon, it can be used to hurt people, but it also can be used to heal. It can be used as a tool by which to bring people together and to help make people's lives better.
So what did the black kid get for Christmas? Your bike. When I tell a racial joke, when I say something about another ethnicity, for some reason, I always talk about myself. Now I'm gonna say something about you, and it's like, oh yeah, we're together. You know, you said some shit about both of us now.
That's what bothers me about comics that will make racial jokes about other races but not turn the focus on
You have to be
themselves.
self-deprecating for people to hear it from you.
What's wrong with being white?
So much, John.
There's less funny in being
It's crazy catching cabs.
Black people don't know that. That happens to every white person at least once.
When tasting a red wine, how do you?
Why is it that people laugh at their own humor of their race?
So oftentimes jokes focus on the things that are wrong with the culture. What's interesting, though, I think, is that there's a way to steal the sort of bite from those jokes by being willing to make those jokes yourself.
By taking these jokes out of the hands of the racists, you rob them of their power.
They lose.
They lose, exactly. It's like Kanye wearing a Confederate flag on his jacket. It's designed to steal the Confederate flag, its threat. And the same can happen with jokes.
So how do we feel as comics when it's time for us to go on the stage and make racial jokes? Where do you draw the line at with a joke?
It's our job, I think, as comedians to take the line, blur it up a little bit, maybe step a little over and come back. But if you can, The goal is to make it funny.
Yeah.
If you can make it funny and there's truth in it and you can dig it yourself in the process, then you can go even further.
I'm from the South. Southern jokes are funny. Redneck jokes are funny until you cross that line, it goes too far, and then you're pushing that boundary of, okay, you're not just making fun of me as just because I'm a goofy girl from the South. It's because you're implying that I'm stupid or I'm ignorant because I'm from the South.
Black people, when we all in a crowd, in a group.
Let's just call it what it is, a basketball game.
See that? See, that's racist.
A dance crew.
That's some racist shit right there. When people are able to share something together, I touch on something that's close to home that you're dealing with or you know, and then we laugh about the fact that we understand it together.
The best racial comedy does that. It gets a group of people who are perhaps different and gets them to understand each other a little bit better. And it can open a dialogue that is difficult to have. When people are laughing, they're certainly not fighting.
Can I ask you a question, sir? What's the difference between a Mexican and a printer?
I have no idea, actually.
The printer has his papers. Hold on, can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question? I just want to ask you, man. Asian pregnancy test. Stick a Rubik's Cube up in there. If it's solved in 30 seconds, you got an Asian baby. Shit. Yes? Hasta la vista, baby. No, that ain't Mexican.
I think racial jokes are funny just because they're just jokes, I guess.
People laugh at a racist joke. They're laughing at something that they relate to or that they know or have experienced personally.
Why did the chicken cross the road?
Why?
Because it was two black guys with biscuits chasing. See, you see how you laugh? That's racist right there. You see that little smirk you just did?
I have a job. I do not put this. I have a real job that I can lose.
What's up? Shalom.
Shalom, what language is that?
Do you feel more honored to do a math problem or a karate chop? How can you get blisters on